Hello, sacred souls. It's Susanna from Alamanic Shaman. What I have here for us tonight is a quick one on getting help seeing all truths. So, not just what we feel is the truth, but that we can get other perspectives as well and not jump to quick conclusions. And the way this came to me was actually very interesting. I was at the supermarket and I overheard two French guys where one asked the other, "What is the English word for coriandre?" And I turned to them and I said, "Well, it's coriander in English too." And they said, "Okay, cool, thanks." And then they asked me if I knew where it was, and I told them the fresh herbs would be in this one section, and the dried herbs, like where the spices are, right? Well, then I came across this, and I thought, oh my gosh, oh no, I was 100% certain that it was coriander in English as well. So then I started questioning myself, and I was like, oh no, I actually lied, and I was so convinced that it was the truth that I was saying. And then I thought, coriander is also a spice. Let me check the spice rack. And there it is. As a ground seed, it is coriander, but as a fresh herb, it's cilantro. So there are actually two different words in English. It's the same word in French. And therefore, I was right, but I was also wrong at the same time, depending on which one they were looking for, right? But it was good and reassuring to see that I wasn't completely wrong, because a lot of times in those situations, we end up doubting ourselves sometimes too much, right? But that's kind of the opposite of people who are too sure of themselves. So, for example, someone like a narcissist who pretends to know it all, and they're so completely certain that what they're saying is true, even if it's completely not. That would be the other end of the spectrum, right? So in trying to avoid being like that, sometimes we go too far in the opposite direction, and then we end up being a little hard on ourselves. So what this taught me, and the message I was getting from this, was that sometimes there's more than one truth, right? So if we translate that into situations with people, that could be that, for example, what we feel is our truth may not be the same as what the other person or the other people feel is the truth about a certain situation. And sometimes there can be a third neutral observer perspective that might be different from both of our subjective truths, right? So as we're in the ascension process and shrinking our ego and moving more into our divinity, that's a part of it. And I feel that this is actually a very important part, that on the one hand, we have self-confidence in ourselves. So that's a part of the healing that, for example, if we went through narcissistic abuse, sometimes we may not be as self-assured and certain of ourselves as maybe we would be if we were more healed, right? But then the opposite is, like, again, as I mentioned, like the very unhealed side. So I think I had another point that I just lost in my long-winded sentence, sorry. But you get the point. So basically, getting spirit help to see all truths and not just our subjective one. Yeah, that's basically it. Okay, I got to it. Woohoo! Okay, so let's smudge. Oops. And there's some stuff falling out. So that could mean something too. Oh yeah, some stuff may fall off of our lives, like away from us, that we may have carried up until this point. And yes, what else just popped into my head is how, I'm pretty sure it's Wayne Dyer, not Louise Hay, but one of them said, would you rather be kind or would you rather be right? And the more we move into that heart space, the more it matters that we're kind to others, right? That we treat others with as much of that unconditional love as we can. And in the end, it doesn't really matter if we're right or not. Because if being right, it means that we turn all mean and evil on someone else, then that's the opposite of what we want, right? So in the end, sometimes it's like, yeah, whatever, you know. There are sometimes bigger truths than the little details that we get lost in. Okay, anyway, enough of that. Please cleanse, clear, and renew all of our energies and activate and strengthen our own inner divinity and reconnect us with it. And transmute any and all lower vibrational energies within us and any and all hurt, pain, suffering, and trauma that we still have within us. Thank you, Dankeschön, all my relations. Okay, dear Creator, higher power, source, and soul energy, our higher selves, our higher spirit guides of the light, our ancestors that are in the light, dear Mother Earth, and powers of all four directions, powers of the east, powers of the south, powers of the west, powers of the north, powers of all four elements, air, earth, fire, and water. Please join the ceremony and assist the healings, prayers, and protection with all of your powers. Thank you. Please close the circle of protection around us. Thank you. Okay. Thank you to our entire spirit team and the divine for all the help, guidance, and protection you've been giving us every single day. And especially extremely, strongly since we've actively been on our ascension journey, on our ascension path, on our healing path. We very much appreciate being so strongly protected and guided. Please help us heal from any and all parts within us that still feel the need to be right. Help us heal from anything that is still so focused on our subjective truth, and lift us up into oneness, into that higher consciousness, the higher knowledge and awareness, where we see the higher truth that is above all. And in the process of that, help us see all the different angles of all the various truths that are applicable to whatever situation we're in. And pull any and all unhealed and dark stuff out of us and send it into the light for healing, and strengthen and reactivate our divinity, our own divine love and light energy, by flooding us with even more divine love light energy from the whole universe and multiverse. Let it flow through us and around us. Let us be fully and be connected above and below to when I say above, I mean to what we call traditionally the heaven, to all the celestial beings, the light beings, our spirit team, and below, I mean Mother Earth. Let us be connected to Mother Earth and our whole spirit team through this energy flow. Let us be in higher spiritual realms while staying grounded. And help us be in that higher wisdom and knowledge of the sages, of the ascended masters, and of the higher realms. Thank you. Dankeschön, all my relations. Let us breathe in this pure light. And breathe out whatever lower vibrational energies have still been festering within us, that we've still been harboring. Let them leave in peace and with love. And so it is. Thank you. Dankeschön, all my relations. Let the ceremony now be finished and accept our love, thanks, gratitude, and blessings. Please open the circle of protection around us, but keep us strongly safe, shielded, and protected. And so it is. Thank you. Dankeschön, all my relations, all our relations. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for watching this, for being a part of the ceremony, for being on your own healing and ascension journey, and for being a part of this collective. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. And I'm also sending you tons of love, light, and blessings. Be well until next time, and I wish you great abundance. Bye.